Nova Scotia RCMP has now reviewed 5,000 video files in the hunt for 6-year-old Lilly and her 4-year-old brother Jack Sullivan, who vanished without a trace from their Lansdowne Station home on May 2nd. That single fact, 5,000 videos, tells you just how massive, how relentless, and how agonizing this search has become. Think about it. 5,000 separate clips, ring cameras on driveways, dashcam footage from passing cars, doorbell cameras at nearby houses, security feeds from farms and sheds. Every second of each file is being watched, paused, rewound, scrutinized by investigators hoping that somewhere in that long, silent reel lies the moment Lilly stepped off into nothingness or the instant Jack's small figure slipped beyond the edge of the screen. Since day one, police have said they would leave no stone unturned. But processing 5,000 videos is no small feat. It's a job that takes weeks of round-the-clock work by officers from Nova Scotia's Major Crime Unit, support staff in Ontario and New Brunswick, digital evidence technicians, and analysts at the National Centre for Missing Persons. Each file must be catalogued, time-stamped, enhanced when possible, and compared against other footage to spot any movements, no matter how slight. A car door closing, a flash of pink, a kid on a swing. Any detail, big or small, could crack this case open. And that's just one part of the puzzle. The RCMP reports that they are also following up on more than 600 public tips. Every phone call, every online message, every face-to-face lead has to be logged, vetted, and assigned to an investigator. Over 800 tasks are now listed in the case management system, tasks that range from interviewing a neighbor to processing forensic evidence from ground searches. 60 people have already been formally interviewed, including family members, friends, and anyone else who might have seen something that morning. Some have even taken polygraph tests in hopes of clearing suspicion and helping the investigation move forward. Despite all that work, the picture remains maddeningly incomplete. We know Lilly and Jack were last seen just outside their family's modest mobile home, playing on a wooden swing set that their step-grandmother, Janie Mackenzie, built for them. We know that delicious laughter drifted across the yard until, suddenly, it stopped. And we know that a pink blanket, confirmed to belong to Lilly, was found nearby on the first day of the search. That blanket is now in a forensic lab, where analysts are testing fibers, fingerprints, and any trace DNA to see whether it offers clues about what happened next. But beyond that, nothing. No footprints, no clear video evidence, no definitive traces leading north or south, east or west. The woods around Lansdowne Station are thick and tangled, a maze of downed trees and fallen branches left over from post-tropical storm Fiona in 2022. Even people who've lived on that property for decades say it's easy to get turned around within minutes. Yet search teams, 78 trained searchers just in the most recent operation, have scoured every inch of that 5.5 square kilometer zone more times than anyone can count. They brought in bloodhounds, drones, even sonar-equipped divers to probe any body of water. And still, nothing new turned up. That reality has fueled speculation and a swarm of rumors online. True crime podcasters dissect the case on every angle, theorizing about abductions, secret hideouts, or wild accidents. Social media sleeves comb satellite images, geotag posts, and archived news stories to piece together something, anything, that could explain the children's disappearance. Some point to the pink blanket as proof of foul play. Others insist it's a heartbreaking sign Lilly wandered off on her own. Conspiracies abound, from trafficking rings to clandestine family secrets, and each theory somehow seems both plausible and heartbreaking. Yet the RCMP remains cautious. In their update on July 16th, Staff Sergeant Rob McCammon emphasized that this is still an intensive missing persons investigation. He stressed that police have not closed any doors on any line of inquiry, including the possibility that Lilly and Jack are still alive somewhere. Our collective efforts, he said, will continue every day until we determine with certainty the circumstances surrounding Lilly and Jack's disappearance. Behind every statistic, 5,000 videos, 600 tips, 800 tasks, are people whose lives have been appended. Janie Mackenzie, the step-grandmother, still lives in her small trailer on the property. She remembers hearing her dog bark and the children's voices that morning, just steps from her bedroom door. She blames herself for dozing off during her phone call and vows she would give anything to turn back the clock. She's been cooperative with police from the start, showing them every corner of her home, her yard, the septic tank, the well, anything that might hide a clue. But she also lives under constant suspicion from online trolls who accuse her or her son, Jack's stepfather Daniel Martel, of hiding something. "I want them home safe and sound just as much as anybody else," she says through tears. Martel, for his part, has passed a polygraph test and submitted to interviews, hoping to clear his name. He and his wife, Malahia Brooks Murray, haven't returned to the property since that first day, their hearts too heavy for the grief that lingers there. They've relied on advisors and a family liaison officer to bring them updates, but in recent weeks, those updates have grown scarce, leaving them with more questions than answers and a growing frustration that the case has lost some of its urgency. Meanwhile, neighbors in Lansdowne Station try to keep life normal, even as they are haunted by the unthinkable. Pictou County Warden Robert Parker voiced what many locals feel: if those kids were out in the woods, someone would have found them by now. "Most people say the best case is if somebody did take those kids," Parker remarked. "If they were in the woods, most people in Pictou County now believe they would have found something, any shred of clothes, anything." Those words cut deep. They speak to the dread that this isn't just a case of two kids getting lost, but something far darker. Adding to the pressure, the Nova Scotia Department of Justice has placed the brothers on its Rewards for Major Unsolved Crimes program, offering up to $150,000 for information that leads to answers. That reward is designed to motivate anyone with knowledge, no matter how small, to come forward. It sends a clear message: politicians and law enforcement are watching, and this case matters enough to promise serious money for serious tips. But money can't heal a family's pain. It can't bring back the sight of Lilly chasing a ladybug or Jack tumbling down the slide with his giggle in the air. It can't erase the image of the swing set, now standing silent, its boards weathered, its sand stirred only by the wind. And it certainly can't fill the hole in a mother's heart as she clutches her surviving child, wondering if she'll ever see her older children again. At the police detachment, investigators pore over their checklists, trail cameras to review, cell phone records to subpoena, financial transactions to map, digital footprints to trace. They know that time is not on anyone's side. Trails grow cold, memories fade, and evidence degrades. Every day that passes without a breakthrough dims the hope that Lilly and Jack could simply wander back home, muddy and exhausted but safe. That's why this update, 5,000 videos reviewed, 600 tips logged, 800 tasks in process, matters. It's a reminder that the search is still on. It's proof that the case has not been forgotten. And it's a rallying call to anyone who might hold a missing piece of this puzzle. Watch your security footage again. Think about the morning of May 2nd. Did you see anything unusual on your drive? Did you notice a stranger's car parked on a side road? Did your toddler point at something they couldn't explain? Because in 5,000 videos, in hundreds of tips, in the pink blanket lying in a Canada Mounties evidence locker, there is a story. A story of two children who vanished into thin air, of a family torn apart by grief, and of a community desperate for closure. And that story is far from over. If you've got information, no matter how small, contact the RCMP or Crime Stoppers. Lives may literally depend on it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. We'll keep tracking every update, every new lead, and every breakthrough until Lilly and Jack are finally found. Because they deserve to come home. And we all deserve to know what really happened that morning in the woods of Lansdowne Station.